Hello everybody. In this video we will learn more about asymptotes of rational functions. We will learn a few techniques like looking at the rational function, how to find out the vertical asymptote as well as the horizontal asymptotes, and even like learn few techniques wherein it is very easy to write your horizontal asymptote. So as explained in the previous video, the general form of rational function was of the form ax plus b divided by cx plus d. So given a example, let us do an example. So given a function r of x is equal to 2x square minus 4x plus 5 divided by x square minus 2x plus 1. So here if you factorize the denominator, so using the trial and error method, so you will have the factorization to be, or the factors to be, x square minus x plus 1, right? So that is nothing but 2x square minus 4x plus 5 divided by x of x minus 1 minus 1 of x minus 1. So this is 2x square minus 4x plus 5 divided by x minus 1 the whole square. Correct? And you can observe what is the by definition a vertical asymptote is nothing but that particular line on which y will tend to infinity, right? For a fraction to tend to infinity, it has to have the denominator 0. The numerator can be anything, but the denominator has to take the value 0. So anything divided by 0 is nothing but tending to infinity, which is not defined. Okay, so when does this whole fraction tend towards infinity? When x minus 1 the whole square tends towards 0. So when does x minus 1 the whole square tend towards 0? When x is equal to 1, right? So the line x is equal to 1 is nothing but the vertical asymptote. Okay, so that means given a rational function, so the zeros of the denominator, okay, the zeros of the denominator are nothing but the vertical asymptote. Okay, so I won't go about like finding out the values. I'll just write the values that has already been established. You can check whether it is right or wrong on my part. So if x takes 0, 0.5, 0.9 and 0.99, so y will take 5, 14, 302, 30,002, that is 30,002. So you can see that as x approaches 1 minus, that is 1 towards the from the left, so that means then y is tending towards infinity. So we are right in saying vertical asymptote is x is equal to 1. So let us check the other way. When 1.5 and 1.1 and 1.01, y will be 5, 14, 302, and so the same values repeat even here. So as x tends to 1 plus, okay, so y is also tending to infinity. Therefore we know that through the table of values, our vertical asymptote is x is equal to 1. Okay, so coming to the horizontal asymptote, you can plot this graph. Okay, I will just take the help of a graphing calculator to show you how exactly the graph looks like. I'm actually doing the same example as of the one that is given in the book. Okay, 2x square minus 4x plus 5, correct? Okay, this has to be divided. Okay, divided by x square minus 2x, yeah, plus 1. Okay, so this is how the graph looks like. The graph looks like this. So am I right? 2x square minus 4x plus 5 and x square minus 2x plus 1. Yeah, the whole of the graph looks like this. And so the horizontal asymptote, yeah, our vertical asymptote was x is equal to 1, correct? So x is equal to 1, that is the somewhere it will be somewhere in between 0 and 2, that is marked here. Okay, yeah, it's here. X is equal to 1, the vertical line. Okay, the horizontal asymptote is the value that y approaches as x will tend to plus or minus infinity. So to help us find this value, we divide both numerator and denominator by x square. So our 2x square minus 4x plus 5 divided by x square minus 2x plus 1. So divide both numerator and denominator by x square. Okay, so what do we get? In that case, we get it to be equal to 2 minus 4 over x plus 5 over x square divided by 1 minus 2 over x plus 1 over x square, correct? So this the fractional expressions 4 over x, 5 over x square and 2 over x and 1 over x square. So what happens if as the x value increases, that is the denominator value increases, what happens to each of these terms? They tend towards 0, right? Because as the denominator value increases, the fractional value will decrease. So as x will tend to plus or minus infinity, all these terms will tend towards 0, correct? Will approach 0. So what happens to the fraction there, or the rational expression there? You just have 2 minus 0 plus 0 divided by 1 minus 0 plus 0 as x tends to plus or minus infinity, correct? So this is nothing but 2. Yes, so the terms approach 2, or the fraction as a whole, the rational function approaches 2 as x or x tends to plus or minus infinity. So therefore the horizontal asymptote is nothing but y is equal to 2, correct? So it's not fair for me to write equals. Yeah, this can be written. So r of x will tend to, I can write this. Okay, so it is y is equal to 2. So what exactly is happening here? To determine the horizontal asymptote, what we did, we divided the whole fraction, that is the rational function, by leading coefficients of the numerator and the denominator. And after dividing, we divided it by x square. Okay, so and after dividing through by x square, all other terms were approaching 0. So in general, if you are given r of x to be equal to p of x divided by q of x, and the degrees of p and q are same, so it should have degree equals n, and this degree also should be equal to n, then dividing both numerator and denominator by x power n shows that the horizontal asymptote y is nothing but leading coefficient of p over leading coefficient of q. Okay, leading coefficient of p over leading coefficient of q. So whatever we learned now, if we summarize the things, so it is nothing but finding asymptotes of RF, that is rational functions. So given, if you are given a rational function of this form, plus a naught divided by bm x power m plus and so on plus b naught. Okay, so what happens to the vertical asymptote? Vertical asymptote is nothing but the zero of, vertical asymptote is x is equal to a, where a is a zero of denominator. Okay, second one is how did we find out horizontal asymptote? The case where we had the degrees to be equal, correct? So if n and the second step has three cases. If n is equal to m, okay, then horizontal asymptote r is nothing but y is nothing but an divided by bm. Okay, that means the leading coefficient of the numerator divided by leading coefficient of the denominator. That is of the case when the degree of both the numerator and the denominators are same. So what happens if it is otherwise? Like if n is less than m, then your y is nothing but 0. Okay, and if n is greater than m, so then there are no horizontal asymptotes. So this is a very easy method. Like you need not have to always find out a table of values and plot the graph and see where the graph is tending towards something. So it is very easy to find out horizontal as well as vertical asymptotes using these steps, these methods. So let us do a problem. So I'll do a problem, that is problem number 32. Okay, problem number 32 for you. This is in your exercise. So if you have r of x to be equal to 2x minus 3 divided by x square minus 1. So yeah, what are all the factors of the denominator? So you can write the function as 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 1 times x plus 1, right? So yeah, because this is nothing but x square minus 1 square. Okay, now what are the zeros of the denominator? It is x is equal to plus or minus 1. So this is nothing but the vertical asymptote, correct? Vertical asymptote of the given function. And what happens, what is the degree of the denominator? 2. And what is the degree of the numerator? It is 1. So degree of the numerator is less than degree of the denominator. So what will be the vertical asymptote as we discussed above? It would be, horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. So this is the horizontal asymptote. Okay, this was pretty easy. So I would wish to do another problem. Okay, let me do it like number 36 for you. So number 36 says that if you are given s of x is equal to 8x square plus 1 divided by 4x square plus 2x minus 6. Fine. So now I have to factorize my denominator. Okay, so that would be 2 times 2x square plus x minus 6. Okay, so that would give us 8x square plus 1 divided by 2 times 2x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 6, correct? So this is 8x square plus 1 divided by 2 times did I go wrong anywhere? I don't think so, right? Okay. Yeah, if I consider this term and this term, it would be 2x common, and 2x times x minus 1, and this term, it would have 3 common, so 3 times x minus, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot have 2 here. Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. So now I have x minus 2. Yeah, okay. So I took out 2 common, so I just retained in the leading coefficient. That was wrong on my part. Okay, 8x square plus 1 divided by 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 3. So what are all the zeros of the denominator? It is nothing but x is equal to 2 and x is equal to negative 3. So you have 2 vertical asymptotes. Okay, and what is the horizontal asymptotes? Now the degrees are equal, correct? Degrees of the numerator and degree of the denominator is 2, so it is equal. What I will do is divide, okay, 2x minus 6. So our horizontal asymptote is leading coefficient of the numerator divided by leading coefficient of the denominator. So it is 8 over 4. So that is nothing but 2. Okay. So y is equal to 2 is our horizontal asymptote. So this was pretty easy. And here comes your quiz 3.6.2. Okay. So this would be problem number 40. Problem number 40 and 42. So I may repeat the number in the next video, like continue giving some more problems for the same question number 3.6.2. I'm not really sure, so just follow whatever the question number has been assigned, and you can mention that accordingly while submitting your quiz, like while writing down your quiz. Okay, here I will end this video here, and let us learn about graphing of asymptotes or graphing of rational functions in the next video. See you soon. Thank you.